Yo, what's up, boys? Just wanted to go over a quick Amazon chart today that I called out in the Discord. Super upset that I didn't catch this trade. I was in meetings for work all day, and I couldn't look at the chart. And whenever I trade, and especially day trade, you really kind of always want to have the chart right in front of you because at any moment anything can happen. Your position could go red, and I always like to just be looking at the chart. And I was in Zoom and Teams meetings all day with my bosses, and unfortunately could not catch this trade. But I called this out before the market even opened. I let the Discord know. I said, "Hey, this is what I'm watching, and let me show you why." We got a huge move today on Amazon. Ticker symbol AMZN. Massive day, and I'll go over why this was my thesis and why I kind of thought something like this would happen today. So, in order for us to start that, we have to go to the daily chart, this D. And I trade intraday. I trade the 5 minute, especially. But you always want to look at the larger time frames. You always want to look at the daily chart, the 4 hour chart, for the major trends and the major supports and resistance levels. So in this case, and I usually like to go like a month out, usually about a month back, or anything major jumping off, the chart, screaming at me. So very first thing when I look at this chart is I see an initial gap up right here. This is the very first place my eye goes. This doesn't look like a lot right here, but there's a gap up right here, and it's called a gap because you can tell from the price that this market closes at to the next day it opens up right here. It leaves a gap right here, and what we say is gaps get filled eventually. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but gaps usually get filled, and that was the case here. So what we can see is we get a gap up here. Price is going up, and it's using this 97 level, this yellow line right here, this 97 level as a resistance level. It's going up. It tries to break through, comes back down. Tries to break through again, comes back down. Tries to break through again, comes back down. Nasty, huge level right here, major level. Definitely worth noting. So we can see it finally breaks through, and on this candle right here, we can see it breaks through and it comes down. This little wick right here, we can see it wicks down and is using this 9 EMA and this 97 level as a support, just proving how strong it is. So it uses this level as a support now, resistance turns support, indicating a bullish or a further move up. So we can see here, look at this move. Massive move up. We even get a gap up, and this is a major gap up. And where do we go? We go to this white line, which is the 200 EMA, and I know I talked about the 9 and the 21 EMA in a previous video. I didn't really want to get into anything too crazy, but I do use the 200 EMA as well, and you can see why. For instances like this, look at this. Like, this is a beautiful, like, price goes up, tries to wick through it, and comes and closes right below it, and then look at this nasty gap down. Nasty gap down here. This gap got filled right away. We're still waiting on this gap to get filled. But as we keep going down, and look, we're back at this 97 level. For these next like 5-6 candles right here, look at this. This 97 level that was resistance, that we broke through and turned into support, came back up, major bounce, came back down, and is still using this 97 level as a support for all of these candles. All of these candles. Support, and finally it breaks down. We get an EMA cross right here indicating a bearish move, which we do get under the 97 level. Then this 97 level now, from resistance to support, is now acting as resistance again right here. And then from there, we drop back down to this initial area where the gap gets filled on this candle right here. This candle comes down to the support level, gap gets filled. And if it didn't get filled there, if you really wanted a gap fill, this is it. These two candles acting as a support are definitely a bullish move for an upside move. So this was my thesis. You got to pretend like this candle wasn't here because this is today's candle, and that obviously was not there when I put my thesis out. This is what the chart looked like. But I could see that we went up to this 97 level. We're in an uptrend. We filled the gap. We're using it as a support level. We're bouncing. It'd be a pretty good idea if we break through this 97 level. We're going to fucking, it's just going to go. It's going to be a great intraday trade. Maybe not over the next couple days. It could always bounce around. But definitely for the next day, if it can break that 97 level intraday, crazy move. So if I go to the 5-minute chart, that is exactly what we get. Look at this. Like, I know if you don't really look at charts a lot, this is just, you're like, hey, what are you looking at? It's a chart. It's going up. But this is such a beautiful chart. Like, this is, like, when I say you want multiple indications, like lining up, you don't want to base your thesis off one thing. This is what I'm talking about. This yellow line is that 97 level that we've been talking about going back for days and weeks now. Look, this white line is the 200 EMA right off the market open. We can see it's bouncing off the EMAs. It's in this tight little range right here in these candles. Comes directly down to the 200 EMA, directly to it, support. Comes back down right here on this wick, this green wick right here, support. We get a cross of the 9 and the 21 EMA on the 5-minute chart. Bullish. This right here off the 200 EMA support level, bullish. Right here's the 97 level. We test it. All right, it's obviously going to be a resistance level. It's a major area. It's been a huge area for, weeks now. We finally break through, and look, we come down, and now this resistance is now turned into support right here, using the 9 EMA as a support as well. The 9 is above the 21 EMA, using that as a support. The 97 is now a support, and look at how we fucking bounce. We ride this 9 EMA the whole day. It knifes through here, little, big red 5-minute candle, but look, it's still using the 21 as a support, and instantly gets back above. And you just ride this trend all day until you get to this level. Like, this is a beautiful trend day. And even here, you can see the strength of it. I can even draw another chart right here, or another line, sorry. Look, we can see area right here, resistance. It's hard to break through. Oh, we break through, support. Like, this is just a beautiful bullish trend, a beautiful uptrend. Like, this is just beautiful. Like, I'm so upset that I could not trade this, because anybody who traded the upside today made a bunch of money and had the potential to make so much money. But that's what we do. That's how you trade. There's always another day. There's always another trade. You don't want to FOMO into a trade. By the time that I saw this chart, I want to say it was like probably around this area here, and I didn't know how much upside was left, and I wasn't going to force it. We had already broken through the 97 level. I wasn't going to force a trade. I stayed on the sidelines and said, hey, I'll wait for another setup for another day. So I just kind of wanted to go over this chart, go over the thesis, what I told the boys in the Discord, my thought process, before the day even started. I knew this 97 level would be huge, and look at this. Like, this is a beautiful chart. So I hope you guys learned a little bit. I hope I kind of explained it well. This is just kind of what I see and what goes on in my head, and like what I think, and like what my thesis is. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. I didn't want anything too crazy. Quick little 10-minute video. But yeah, this is something that you guys should be doing. Just looking at charts at the end of days and just back testing stuff, seeing what levels you're at. Is a big move coming? Do you think a big move is coming, and why? Does the chart support it? Do the indicators support it? And that's just something that you just practice with. Just screen time. I got to practice more. Right after this, I'm gonna go look at charts. You can always improve. You can always get better. I'm always learning. You got to constantly be learning and evolving, and just looking at charts and just finding patterns that work, because patterns do show up repeatedly, multiple times a day across multiple tickers and stocks. So you just got to find them. But that's it, boys. Peace. Thank you for watching. Love you guys, and I will see you later.